Since this anime has started, it has not ceased to impress. The scene that Prince Wein and Gerard, or whatever the prince of the other land, when he came to visit and he fell to his death, I about freaking lost it, as I'm sure you guys did too. I mean, Homeboy was so angry and was so flustered and was so drunk that he lunged himself at Prince Wein. And Prince Wein's in defense to figure out, okay, how can I make this seem like I can? He just bent down to get his sword, and this man stays charging out so far that he gets out the window, gets to the terrace, and then falls out of the terrace to break his neck. And oh my god. And then everything that ensued after that, because Prince Wein sent the letter to the king or general or whatever the hell that guy is, but he sent that letter off, right, to kind of warn of everything that's happening with the princess, etc. That letter that was sent to warn kind of lured out his son, so that he's like, well, how could this be seen? And then Ninim's like, well, it could be seen as an assassination. He's like, god damn it, no. And that moment, I'm just like, oh my god, like the excellent writing within this anime is just so freaking good. Like, I've seen people like on YouTube, and I mean, I haven't watched their videos, but I've seen their thumbnails and stuff. I've seen people on YouTube and on Twitter hate on this anime, and I don't know if the source material is just like godly or what, but I just don't understand the hate, because this anime is just so good. Not only does it have the depth of how a realist hero built the kingdom, the thing that anime does is it takes itself very seriously, and it goes really in depth onto what Soma, the main character of that anime's plans are and how he devises them, and then we get to see each of those plans unfold. Well, it takes the depth of that, brings it over, and then it splashes like comedic elements on top of that. And in this one, we see Prince Wein trying to avoid, but him coming up with plans that make it seem like he's a good leader. And then it ends up being those plans that to avoid things, those plans to avoid stuff end up working out. So, like when they were taking over the mine, right? He was like, "Let's just go after it. We're gonna fail, and then we'll come back defeated, but we'll be okay." And my army won't think nothing of it, and we won't have to engage this country. Well, he ends up doing it, and then they win, right? So in this sense, what's going to happen now is like he's coming up with a plan to avoid war, and he's going to end up like assassinating the dude or something, and he's going to end up taking over that kingdom. I have a feeling something ridiculous is going to end up happening in that nature. Like, he's going to put a plan together that works, but it's going to work too well, and he's going to like overtake this kingdom or something. Then you have the other guy who's like in the midst of like trying to do conspiracy theory stuff over there on that side of the kingdom, and it seems like he sent Ninim. Like, Ninim's the one who went to go talk to them about the death of the son, because when they showed like, oh, the squire, I think that was Ninim there, kind of already kind of pre-planting the stuff. Like, I think that was in the future and this is in the past kind of thing, when they're kind of like putting their plans together. But like, wow, the anime is just so freaking enjoyable to watch. It's so enjoyable to unfold. I love the balance between Loa and between Wein, because they're very similar, but the one thing with Wein is that he's serious about like not going to war. He's serious about not entering in all of these things. He's serious about not doing any kind of work. And then you have Loa over here, who's serious about taking over the empire and trying to use him in what she thinks she knows of him, and this balance. And then you have Ninim right in the middle, right? Like, even this episode, right, where he's like, when Wein's talking to Ninim, and he's like, oh, if you need to get re-energized, just think about me. So she sits on his lap and throws him off his game a little bit. Like, this anime is just so absolutely fantastic and so absolutely good. I love the conspiracies. I love seeing the relationship between Loa and between Wein. I love seeing Loa's not squire, but like her the person who's like her advisor. I like seeing her in the mix. I like seeing all the things that are conspiring and happening. I love how Prince Wein's honest, and he's like, yo, I can't help you because I'm broke. Like, I'm broke, but I want to help you, but I can't help you in the way you want me to help you because, yo, I got no monies. And then Ninim's like, yep, we got no money. And then he's like, we'll figure it out anyways. Like, just all those things just come together, and they mesh together just so well. And it makes this anime so enjoyable and so fun to watch. And I'm laughing like that moment with the prince dying. I'm telling you, I was like crying. I was like, there's no way homeboy just broke his neck. And Ninim's like, I hate to tell you this, but he's deceased. He's gone. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, this anime just doesn't stop, and it's fantastic, and it's so enjoyable, and I really love watching it. I'm gonna leave you guys on that thought alone. I don't have any more to say otherwise than I just truly enjoyed the episode. It was so freaking good. It's so hilarious, and everything's coming together. And I can't wait to see the next episode and what's happening between Loa, the Empire, and Wine, and how they take over that arbitral empire or country. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Wine, the Prince dying, Loa, and all of it. I kind of hope that Wine ends up with Loa because I think Loa really likes Ninum as well. I'll leave you guys off on that thought. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.